Welcome back to the Know It All Podcast. I'm your host, Terrence, along with my co host, Don and Tim. Excuse my name here. That's my wrestling channel page. Y'all want to follow me there? Don't really mind. Please do it. This is episode 30 of the Know It All Podcast. Today's a gaming episode, obviously, because the title's telling you guys otherwise. We're sorry for the delay in episodes that we've had. If you didn't see our episode last week, we got it live stream from last week, which is me and Tim. Don has some stuff to take care of, but he's here back for episode 30. Today's drink of the
So
day
happy
is
to be back.
sponsored to by.
We got it's not a sponsor, but we got Casca tequila. Yeah. So I'm trying something different today. So I got me some reposado. Right? Yeah. Reposado with some ice. No, this is not all tequila. Okay, don't worry about me. It's mainly more ice cubes. Okay, we tripping.
You answered
But
my
yeah,
future
man. Yeah, no. No. That's crazy. If anybody ever had that, I'm going to be like, seek help. Let's talk.
Yes,
That's too much. Of straight tequila or straight alcohol in general, that's too much.
That's how you
But
get
nah,
hair on
man.
your shit. That's how you become a man.
Man, I ain't trying to hear that. But I'm happy to be back. I know I only missed 1 week, but it felt a little empty. You feel me?
It felt
But
like
no,
3.
all right, bro. All right, bro. Anyway, yeah, happy to be back. Let's get into it, boys. Let's get into it.
Today's episode is a gaming episode. We've done this before. I think it was back in January. We'll react to Gamer Ranks games of the month, and we're gonna do that again today because this is our channel. We do what we want and when we please. So if you don't want to follow it anyway. But we're gonna do this because we love gaming, and we're gonna make our screen smaller this time for video purposes. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. This is the top 10 games of March. This video is 2 weeks old. We're just not doing it now. We're gonna start. Okay, I thought it was muted.
March 2024 is coming up quick, and every month brings with it new releases. Game Ranks goes through the biggest ones, the ones most likely to be talked about for whatever reason, and gives you the lowdown. Hi, folks, it's Falcon, and today on Game Ranks, the top 10
Turn it up slightly.
2024. Starting off with number 10, it's WWE 2K.
My game.
So the last few years, WWE 2K has really kind of had to do a lot in terms of reputation fixing. And for the most part, it kind of culminated last year with 2K23, which is a great game. From everything I've seen about 2K24, it looks like it builds on 2K23 in a meaningful way. It doesn't necessarily overhaul anything about the controls, and that's good because it's not what I would like them to do. When you get it right, don't mess it up. But in terms of roster, types of matches, it looks like they're attempting to have a pretty expanded, well worth it offering here. And I mean, it's what I want to see. A highly realistic looking game that combines a lot of the fun, sort of spectacle oriented stuff with a little bit of simulation. Not a lot. Honestly, they got it right last year. I'm excited to see what they bring to the table this year. WWE 2K24 is coming to the PlayStations, the Xboxes, and PC March 8th.
So before we get to this game,
I was just going to say I want you to talk about it since you've been playing. I've already kind of been doing it, so yeah.
Yes, so I've been playing the game. I bought it last week. It's been a week since I played it. The universe mode is dull, basic. I'm going to make a whole about this on my channel. Once again, follow me on Wrestling Geek. My channel name is Wrestling Geek. Follow me there. Link will be in the description below for that channel. But I do wrestling content. And this is the next video I'm going to have about the game. The universe mode is dull. Again, surprise. A new little features that's kind of like action-wise for the rivals of each character. Essentially, it's the same as the previous 10 years. Okay, right, we going. My faction, don't care, don't touch it. It's essentially my team or ultimate team. Trash. Leave that alone. Just don't touch it. My GM, I haven't played it yet, but I'm not really too excited for it because it's not the old My GM, the old days where it's fun, like SmackDown vs. Raw. But if you like stuff like that, it's for you. Play now. And in the online part, it's been having trouble. Like players are saying they've been having problems with kind of playing it. So, but my favorite part of the game is the My Career mode. Essentially, it's called My Rise. It's My Rise, but it's my career essentially. I love it. It's the best thing on the game. I just finished the male story. I'm not going to give too much away because I want to talk about it on my channel, but it's a lot of story. Like this might be one of the longest gameplays for males I ever had. I just started my female one today. I'm going to let you guys update on that on my channel there, but a solid overall so far in the game. You take out my faction because that's an F. Universe mode's like a D. Online is a C only because I haven't played online match yet. I can't because server issues, typical 2K. And then my rise is A+. It's carrying the game so far. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's legit carrying the game.
So I got a question. And maybe this is a weird question, but I'm going to ask it because it's from the same company. What do you think is like the main differences of what they're getting right with 2K WWE versus 2K actual sports basketball?
Well, the biggest difference, obviously, in my career area is basketball. You have to buy VC to get good. It's essentially pay to win. Wrestling, it's not pay to win. You don't have to pay. You legit play matches. They give you points throughout the story mode. Get your guy up
To build upon it. Okay, got you.
and that's honestly the biggest difference because my faction is legit. My team is trash. Cards, all that BS. I haven't snipped that mode. I accidentally clicked on it about one time, and you know how they get you. They want you first click on, they want you to sit and stay on it. So they got all this
So they be
layout.
having like diamond wrestling cards, like the same exact concept. Oh, that's I don't know.
Bunch of BS.
I don't
But
know.
like I said,
I said I got a question.
What's up?
Like, you know how in the old SmackDown versus Raw, when you used to create a player, you could have your custom music as well. Do they still have that in the game?
That part I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet. I've made my guy, but I just use it's the default. It's like one of their songs they use in the game all the time. I've been making that my theme song for my character for a couple of years, so I haven't really looked into that. But if I find it, I'll let you know. But
Because I know that
I
used to
don't
be
see
the
why.
favorite. That used to be my favorite part of the SmackDown versus Raw. You used to be able to literally insert any music from any artist you wanted on there.
I remember that.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
was open.
And don't want to put too much time in this. I know you're going to give more background on your actual private channel, but your main channel. Aside from the career mode and all that, what is your favorite thing about WWE 2K24? And what I mean by that is like gameplay or graphics or not as much simulation as he said. Like, where you at?
Oh, it's gameplay, easy. This is because I didn't get 2K23 last year. I took a year off because 2K22 was cool, but it needed more. And they went from 2K22 to 23. I played the free demo they had out for a little bit. Tried to play some of my career mode, just didn't do it for some reason. But from 22 to 24 now, the gameplay has got more solid. The combos are great. The presentation is fantastic. It's a little off sometimes, but the only problem I have so far with the game is when you're going for the pin and you're under the rope break, like they say rope break before the ref get down. Like the ref is supposed to get down, start counting, and then notice it's rope break. Instantly, it's just rope break. So I'm like, outside of that, everything else is actually kind of smooth. I really like I don't want to explain too much, but the gameplay is not really fun.
No, I was just curious. Yeah, that's about it.
If anybody needs recommendation, I recommend buying this game this year. It's better than 22.
And number 9 is Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition, which is a re-release that gives you both Horizon Forbidden West and Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores.
I think I've seen
one package. There's some outfits.
Well, maybe not. I don't know.
And face paint and photo mode. I mean, for people who are really into it, this is a good package. It's
I think I've seen this.
It's not like
this
an
trailer of this
astounding
game.
amount of money for it, which is nice, especially if you didn't play.
We saw it before on live. I thought I saw it by myself. I didn't know I saw it in the stream. I don't know.
I'm saying I think they showed it at the Gaming Awards.
Did they? Oh, okay, whatever.
All right. If y'all didn't watch that, I'll link in the description below.
Yeah, I think that was the very first live stream we ever did.
Yep.
So definitely check that out. Go to our main channel page and click on live. It won't be under videos; it'll be under live. So go ahead, do that.
It's a really good game, and it's coming to PC March 21st.
Dang.
And number 8 is Alone in the Dark, a remake that looks very much like it is taking the Resident Evil approach, which is appropriate because it inspired Resident Evil. Resident Evil is basically an Alone in the Dark clone in a lot of ways. I mean, not entirely. Of course, it's very different in a lot of other ways. But them taking this approach is, in my opinion,
that's the correct that actor from Stranger Things. I forgot his name.
Of the original 1992 Alone in the Dark, and I think it's going to give us a pretty good idea of what.
Real quick, pause. I want to say something. I think it's like very interesting. I don't know when they started doing it, but you know how like in movies they start making the actors look like the people they're portraying, like especially on animated stuff. They also do it in games too, which I think is like really cool. It's just that was just like a weird thing to say, but not necessarily weird, but kind of interesting. I don't know.
They've been doing that. They started doing
But
that.
I don't know how long it's been since they've been doing it. I wanted to say
God
the
of War,
last
since
10
the first
years.
God of War. No, yeah, since the first God of War.
So that was 10 years.
No, that was over 10 years.
Really? You have to show me. I didn't know it goes that
I
far.
mean, think about it. Kratos they literally modeled Kratos off of the actor who played him.
Yeah, I know who the actor is. We saw that in the Gaming Awards too. But
Yeah.
I just got to see it. That's all. It was just
Or
I just thought it was funny.
actually,
That's all.
actually, I'm wrong. It started with X-Men 2 with the dude that played Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's when it started.
So did it
But
hit with
probably
games
before
first
that,
or movies? Like who did you see doing it more? Was it games first or movies?
what you mean?
Like the people that are doing the voice acting or doing the actual acting in the animated films or animated gameplay, was it the game companies doing it first with putting the actors looking like their characters, or was it the movies?
Oh, it was the movies first.
It was the movies first. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I wanted to know. 'Cause I was like, that bud looks familiar. Oh, he is from Stranger Things.
Yep. But I'm actually glad that a lot of games do this because it I don't know. I'm just happy. It just looks better. It makes it fit the game actually feel like other
Yeah,
than
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Recent remakes version of the original Resident Evil would look like. Apparently, the original creator of Alone in the Dark, Frederick Reynal, said that he thinks that the remake preserves the core feeling of the original game, which is pretty exciting to hear because the original game is just really unique. Even though it did absolutely inspire, like, basically the survival horror genre, not single-handedly, of course, but I mean, you'll find a lot of that genre in the original game. I'm excited. I'm very excited. If this works out good, then there's another series that should have
Actually,
been
like, it-
going this whole time, but keeps getting shot in the foot by people who suck at making games, making sequels to it, and keep preventing it from getting back up off the ground. This could
Yeah,
be
pause it real
Alone in
quick,
the
Terrence.
Dark being back. I'm kind of hoping it's coming to PC.
I just want to say it. Please hear what he said. People who suck at making sequels, stop. Please just stop. I just wanted to say, please just stop.
I agree.
So Alone in the Dark. Okay, who was he talking about? Does he mean in general, or did he mean in this
Oh, he
situation? I
meant
know
in
he said
general.
Resident Evil too. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Because he
No,
said Alone in the
Resident.
Dark was first, and then he said Resident
No,
Evil was like the
Resident
clone.
Evil was a like you know how you look up to something else.
No, yeah,
It
no,
was,
I got that. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure
oh,
that he wasn't referring to Resident Evil.
no, he wasn't.
All right, no, but I
Actually,
agree with you.
you
I
good.
agree with you. Though.
PS5 and Xbox Series on March 20th.
March 20th. Are we
And
actually
number
going to play
7 is
that?
Princess Peach
Probably not.
I'll play
Showtime.
it.
Again,
That's in 4
isn't
days.
immediately obvious what it
I
is.
play this.
Like, it looks kind of like a platformer. It doesn't look like it plays a whole lot like a
Why?
platformer. Like, the platformer looks
'Cause I love
extremely light.
Peach.
It kind of looks like an action game, which I think
Oh
it
yeah, you
probably
do.
is. But it's not like Bayonetta or Devil May Cry level insane stuff. It also adds in this
I can't get
sort
into
of
these games, bro.
transformation
Not
thing,
Peach in general,
which
but
makes
just
it
this
into
type of
something a little
game.
bit more than just
Can't do
a
it.
straightforward like beat 'em up, because the costumes add these abilities and they change the
Oh my
level
god.
significantly. It looks
So I'm gonna pause it right here. I know y'all said y'all want to go to MomoCon with us this year. It's in May, by the way, at Atlanta. If anybody want to come, it's gonna be packed with all type of gamers, comics, actors, I guess.
So how many you've been the last 2 years or just last year?
I went last year. I've been about 3 times.
I got look. Book
only
me
went
this
once.
time. I'm going.
I'm going this
I
time.
got you,
I
bro.
only went once. I'm going this time.
I ain't been at all.
I just
Another
want people to know that it's gonna be games like this. Like it's gonna be other games. MomoCon is not just gaming. The one me, Miss and Markel went to in December was strictly gaming. MomoCon is gaming, comics,
anime.
animes like
Manga.
which I know is probably what's going to be most of it. Anime really is probably what's going to be most of it.
Yes. No, it's broken up. Like it's one side strictly gaming, and then the other side is strictly comics, anime.
I'm not mad at that. I don't know too much about anime, but I'm not mad at it. I like to see new things, especially if it's interesting. If it's a whole bunch of people that have a passion and love for something, I mean, I don't mind it at all. The only thing is, it's going to be in the Georgia World Congress Center.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, that's the only big place venue they got down there. That's why I asked.
Well, that makes sense of why.
Wait, what you say, Terrence? I can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Terrence.
The Georgia World Congress Center is gigantic.
Yeah, it's huge. So that's
No,
why.
yeah, I'm just tired of the scenery. It's
Yeah, I mean, I think every convention is there though. Even the car conventions are there. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've been going there since I was like 8, 9. Like,
ain't nothing bigger, bro.
I
Just
see.
saying.
And then another thing I want to speak on this game. I actually like the fact that they're trying to steer away from the original Mario and Luigi. Ain't gonna cap to you. In my opinion, it was getting kind of
and Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong.
and I'm gonna be honest with you. They slowed down with Donkey Kong, so that's why I'm okay with it. They don't put it out as much as Mario and Luigi.
Well, no, I will appreciate that they're trying to do a character transition, so I'll appreciate that. It's not about Peach in general. It's just like I just can't see myself playing these games.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I know.
That's really it. But I can appreciate the trying to do different and more originality. I can appreciate that though.
No, I'm gonna give it just because it's original. I'm gonna give it a try. Even though I don't like games like that, I'm gonna still give it a try.
Well, I don't have a Switch, but the beauty of having a fiance that has one, so I'm just.
So it's only Switch. That's
that has one.
Hold on. Just so we can paint the picture for our listeners, he did have one, and he majorly slept on it and sold it. So
sold it for $300.
And now he's playing it. Well, I guess you didn't lose because technically you still have access to one.
Exactly.
So you didn't really lose anything in this situation. But no, I mean, the one thing that I want to say, can we say that it's original? Because they've been down this lane before. It was just with different characters. So can we still say it's original at this point?
I guess the new character makes it original.
I guess. I don't know. So the ideology is not original, but the character is.
Pretty much.
Sure. I'll take that. That's fine.
Looks like a pretty, honestly, far-reaching and innovative idea that kind of brings some of the coolness of the action genre into a more maybe family-friendly / kid-friendly game.
It's not bad.
I mean, I don't know completely exactly what to expect from this game. I'm excited to play it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It looks well-designed, that's for sure. Just a pretty different-looking game, and if it
I like the cosmetics.
I mean, that's another... Hey, Nintendo came up with another thing to do with its characters that worked thing. And I hope that's what it is.
I like the background.
March 22nd to the Nintendo.
No, the cosmetics are actually hard. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm not saying the cosmetics aren't, but I'm
no. I was just saying in general.
The look at the background though. It looks original. It looks like the old Game Boy ish background.
Well, now that I'm looking at it, I guess because there's not really any Mario games like this, like how we just watched. None of them are like that, right?
No,
Mario Odyssey.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say maybe it is a more original concept then, but I mean either way, it's a good stab at it. I ain't gonna lie, it's cool.
Yep. I like it.
And number 6 is the Outlast Trials, a game I wasn't really expecting to be particularly interesting because this was announced a long time ago. I mean, 2019 doesn't sound like a long time ago, but that's 5 years ago. This is a game that we've talked about quite a few times.
Have y'all played this or watched people play this game?
And it's not like a full-blown sequel to Outlast.
Yeah.
In fact, it kind of puts the whole thing
I would love playing it with y'all,
sort of
honestly.
a multiplayer situation, which I think isn't a bad idea. It's for...
Yeah, I watched Corey Kenshin and some of his friends play this game. At least maybe it was a demo or something because it looked just like this. I know it said March 5th, 2024 is when it was coming out. So that was just a week ago because we're a little late on the video. But I watched him play something similar to this. So I don't know if it was a demo or beta. I don't know, but it was interesting. I would love playing it with y'all. It looks fun.
Okay, there you go.
Yes, sir.
player cooperative multiplayer. If you do want to play it solo, I mean, you can still do that. It's still a game that is possible to play single player. But I have a feeling, as with most games designed this way, it's probably better multiplayer. I don't know. You got night vision goggles.
Oh my
You
God.
got
Probably
some
easier.
various items to have in your inventory, from lockpicks.
Well, now it
to
looks a little
various
different.
drugs,
I don't know.
and you can't fight enemies. That's Outlast, more or less. It's a stealth game. These are sometimes pretty weird stealth games, but at the same time, they're also usually pretty good. I'm interested to see if it works as a multiplayer co-op. That's kind of my wait to see with this one. And if it does, I mean, great. The Outlast Trials is landing on May 18th.
It is the
on the
same game.
PlayStations,
I just don't know if it's a
Xboxes,
different
and
variation.
PC.
No, they probably just.
If you're a web designer,
upgraded it. But that's the one thing I was trying to. That's the one thing I don't like about games like that, where you can't fight back. Like, I understand you're not fighting a monster barehanded, but like, you can set traps. Like, you.
Well,
could,
I think.
I don't like self.
Yeah,
self-playing.
you're right. Because now that I'm remembering that stream that I watched, yeah, there wasn't really much you could do. It was more about protecting yourself or getting away. It wasn't really more you could do.
I don't really like games like that.
I mean, but I mean, I guess games are not supposed to be reality, but realistically, you should have a weapon or at least be able to do something. So,
Right, that's what. Like, I'm not saying you should be able to fight back. I'm not even saying that. I'm casting that out. I'm agreeing with y'all, but you should at least have a person. All right, this nigga's smart. He can build shit. All right, build a trap. You got another nigga who's an engineer. Like, make the multiplayer make sense. Not y'all just behind each other glitching and shit like that. I hate that. It's annoying.
yeah, I got you. I got you.
And number 5 is MLB The Show 24.
Oh,
So
God.
interestingly enough,
ahead,
last year's MLB The Show kind of introduced itself as a multi-platform baseball museum.
Actually, I want to say something.
And yeah, now we're kind of getting season.
You can skip
What do they need to do? Facts. But what do they need to do to bring more original ideas to this game? Because
Gameplay.
we've been playing the same game since forever now.
Gameplay. It's gameplay.
Oh, you're on mute too, by the way. I think you're good now.
As soon as I move, this thing goes off for some reason. But
okay.
I'm glad you said stop, because I was gonna stop anyway. Just stop making sports games. Like, there's nothing you can do with sports games anymore. You can't change anything. We talk about this all the time, bro. Sports
And
games
I think
have limitations.
yeah, actually, I think you're right. It's so much has been done. Hold on, let me sit up real quick. So much has been done. It's like, what else can you? What is the limit for sports games now? What without it being just completely unrealistic now?
And it's not about even being
It's
unrealistic. It's just
unrealistic
dull.
now.
No. I meant so much has been done with 2K. So much has been done with this game, online, whatever, career modes. What else could you do without making it unrealistic? Is what I'm trying to say. And there's nothing you can do.
The best thing sports games can do is legit make a game every other year. Don't hit me every year. Hit me 2024, skip 2025, give me 2026.
But that's a rock in the hard. That's a rock in the hard place though, because games come out, seasons come out every year. We have baseball's every year, soccer every year.
So
everything is every
year. Roster. All you gotta do is legit update the roster. That's it. Nothing changes in sports.
You know how much money they losing, bro?
They're not losing no money. Make an update. Do some. All they do is throw stupid ass season passes in video games anyway.
I mean, if we being real, all that's all they do with Madden. Update
legit and throw a new season pass. As long as idiots are playing legit Ultimate Team, they're not losing money.
But we all know, yes, there might be something to not keep it so repetitive. But how many people buy Madden? Pre-sale, regular when it launched, how many millions?
I don't think that many people buy it like that anymore.
Madden,
because you gotta realize a lot of the famous people that like they want us to watch play it, they're giving the game to.
You need to check the Madden sale, boy. The Madden sale high. Madden is a high selling game, and I don't understand, and I'm guilty of it.
Maybe it's the pre-order though.
No, I'm just saying we're all guilty of it from a standpoint. We all bought sports games. We used to all be at that point. We buying the same stupid game every year. We all did it with 2K.
Yeah.
Tim did it with Madden. We all did it with NCAA. NCAA was cool, and I was speaking on that too because when it comes out, this year. Everybody hype, excited. We had a game in 10 years. Cool. I understand that part. But what's going to happen next year when it's the same game as last year? And a year after that,
Well,
and a year after that, and a year after that. Nothing's going to change.
do
It's
you
going
do
to
you
fall
think
through that same
do you
cycle.
think they're gonna keep? Do you think they're gonna like after this year they're gonna keep trying to do it a yearly thing though?
Yeah,
I was
it's gonna
just
be
about to
yes.
say.
I
I
hope
was just
not.
about. Hold on. I don't think they're gonna do that with EA
They're
because
gonna do the same thing. EA is not losing out on money. I can tell you that now. They're not gonna miss out on money.
you're probably right. It
It's
is
been
EA.
that's what sports
But
games
no,
are, bro.
hold on. They said this is a whole different team at EA though.
They still gonna make the same game. They got the same management. Don't make a difference what team you got. If management the same greedy people,
Yeah, if your higher ups is the same, it don't matter who you got because they still the ones that call the shots and make sure
Bruh.
things go in and
Well,
out. for them, so.
I still feel like but okay, in the sense of it's a whole different team beside from the Madden squad that's making this game. I feel like it'll be worth it every year.
it's not,
'Cause-
bro. I'm not defending EA in that process of they just because every year you can see a difference in sports games every year. They get greedier.
Well, maybe
and
I'm just
greedier
thinking it's
and
not going
greedier.
to be worth it because it's been so many years since we've had one. So now it's like, well, why are you trying to have this impossible expectation to have it yearly? That's how I feel, at least with the NCAA.
because you got to realize they said it. They're bringing back pretty much NCAA just with updated or different game modes. That's all it is. But
And
the
new
reason I
graphics.
say it's gonna be okay is
That really
because-
don't sound fun for real though. Like,
But it's a whole. This is what I'm saying though. Like you
I
got
don't
different game modes. You got an expanded career mode. I mean, let's be real. The main point of the game is gonna be the career mode.
No,
Nobody's gonna play
no.
nothing.
God no. The main when college football was at its peak, Dynasty was the only thing people care about. Of course, you had Road to Glory.
that's
That's cool.
That's really all I
But
played.
Dynasty was
All I
everything,
played-
bro.
all I played was
Dynasty is
Dynasty.
everything.
No,
Because
everybody played, but no, this is what I'm saying, Terrence. I'm not saying that Dynasty wasn't its most popular category. It was, but niggas bought the game because of Road to Glory, is what I'm saying.
No,
They didn't buy it because of Dynasty mode.
I promise
They
you,
bought
people bought it.
I
'cause of Dynasty, bro.
guarantee you.
Well,
promise
If you ask everybody,
I
who
don't think
bought
Tim
that game,
is
why they
completely
bought that
wrong.
game.
Yeah,
I
That's
guarantee,
true.
bro.
Why they bought
I
that game? They
guarantee
bought
you.
that game to literally every nigga who plays that game at one point plays Road to Glory to live out their own dreams. Every nigga does that.
bro.
I don't think
promise
they. No, I think that y'all are both right. That's what I really truly feel that
No,
y'all are both right though.
No, I agree with Terrence. The reason they might put it out every day is because of that dynasty mode and all of that. But the reason people are getting it is because of Road to Glory.
I
Dynasty
guarantee you, if we have if we go like some, let's say MomoCon, when we go to MomoCon, if there are any sports game players there, because they'd be like few. If we find some and we ask them, when you play NCAA, what is your favorite game? If we can legit do that and film it for obviously content purposes, let's do that. Let's just go around, find
We
people who
should
play
try to
sports
do it, I
games,
guess.
NCAA anyway, or we just go on the
But hold
street
on,
and do it.
Or even
Hold on,
quicker,
we can't say-
let
hold on,
us know.
We gotta word it right. We can't say favorite because everybody's favorite mode is probably dynasty mode.
No, but that's the perfect way you
not
gotta
the
phrase
reason
it
you
though.
bought the game though.
No, you buy the game because it's your favorite thing. You don't buy the game because I like it. I buy the game because I love it. I'm not buying it because I
I'ma
want it.
prove you
I
wrong.
mean, not want it.
Prove
Shouldn't
you
have said
wrong.
that
I
way.
agree with you. I like
get what you're
dynasty
saying.
mode. It's one of my favorite modes. But I'm getting the game to play Road to Glory. Is
And
what
then
I'm
when
trying
you
to
don't roll to glory,
You're playing
Dynasty has no end.
Terrence, you're proving my point. Niggas are gonna buy the game for Road to Glory, and then when they're done with that, they're going to Dynasty mode. That's what it is.
I think
promise you.
that might I honestly I think that might be a split 50-50. Like if we actually do this at MomoCon or wherever, I think that might be a really, really close vote. Or
Actually,
y'all
that
could
would
let
be
us know, or y'all could let us know in the comments right now if y'all are NCAA fans.
We'll have to
What did
figure
y'all
out,
buy
like,
the
a
game
heavily
for?
populated area where they do that, like where it will be a lot
Yeah.
of, like, or we should do it one day when we all go hooping.
Oh, that's why I said that too. Or let us know in the comments. You take Road to Glory, you take
Oh, yeah,
Dynasty.
let us know in the comments. We can.
I think y'all are both right. I think I'm in the middle on this because I see what Terrence saying, but I see what you're saying too. Because Road to Glory was great. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, come on now.
Okay, no, hold on. Let's be real. We talking about like from 14, because we got to keep going the video. From 14 back, Road to Glory was bland as hell. I'm just gonna keep it a bit. You had the high school, cool, but once you got to college, they dumbed it down every year so much. It's like 14, for example. You get to high school, you play high school, no commentary, whatever, don't care. You get past high school, you make your college choice, you get on campus, you gotta do the practice if you ain't already first string.
Yeah,
you go to practice, do all that stuff.
and stuff.
Once you get the starting spot, it's essentially just Madden. You're done.
I mean,
will-
that's true.
I
That's true
agree
too.
to that. I agree
That's
to
true.
that. But I'm going off of what they said about EA. It's not the same people who made NCAA. This is a whole
Yes, it is.
different.
Who
No,
said
that's
that?
what
EA?
they said. Yes, EA said this.
EA lying
They
like
said
hell.
they
They
got
just
a
they just
whole
do that to
new
make
group.
some sales.
They
So
said
maybe
it's
they
not-
mean it's completely different individuals, but it's the same team. Maybe that's what they're saying.
or yeah, probably the same manager.
Look, but I know we got to keep the video going. I'm hoping for a good game. I'm getting it for free.
I
So
am
don't
too.
care.
I'm getting it for
just
free
hoping
as
for a good
well.
game. So if
I
it's trash,
am getting it for free too. I just asked my girl. She said yes.
Hey,
if it plays like Madden, I'm done.
I'm
Off
done.
rip, I'm done. I'm dead serious. I'm
no,
done.
I'm
not playing
I'm
that.
I'm gonna be very upset, but I'm gonna be relieved that I didn't spend my money on it.
I'm
So.
gonna be honest with you, but I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad too. But I'm gonna be
No, you're
more
not.
mad.
You
in
play
the
Madden
sense
every
of-
year.
No. I'm gonna be mad in the sense of because they said that the people who made Madden is not touching this. So I'm expecting a whole different gameplay, and then there's questioning whether or not to use that that uh that real engine BS. They trying to
Yeah.
that's what's been really taking this game so long. They
I think
trying to
they're using
decide whether or
Frostbite.
not to use that. Huh?
They already had to make the decision. If the game come out this July, they made that decision like a couple years ago.
No, I'm
They had
saying
to.
that's what took them so long.
I guarantee it's Frostbite. I hope it's on the real. That'd be nice, but it's probably Frostbite.
But they said they might use Unreal Engine.
We talking about EA, bro. They ain't spending no money. They going straight Frostbite. Same gameplay as Mad. They gonna tell you it's built from the ground up. I believe it, but
they might spend that money on that
No, they
on a
won't.
new engine for a game that ain't been out in years.
I'm gonna be
I
honest
get-
with you.
I have no faith in EA.
It would
Not
make
one bit.
sense
We know,
for
we
them
know,
to
we
do
know.
that because in the sense EA is going to outsell Madden in my opinion.
It won't.
Yeah,
I promise
I
you.
think it will. I think
This
it will.
year it might. This year, but come back to next year.
No.
No, but
This
hold on,
year,
Terrence,
this year I
that's
think
based
it will.
on how this year go. That's based on how this year's games go.
EA college football has never outsold Madden. You can check the numbers right now. It has never outsold Madden.
I know it
Madden
never-
has always been the more
It
popular.
might.
That's
It
when
might. This
Madden
year,
was
though.
actually
It
might
might
good,
this
though, Terrence.
no Madden. No, first of all, time out because we got to finish. Madden was trash at 13. Madden has been garbage since 12. Honestly, 12 was
Yeah.
solid. 13 and above, trash, absolute garbage, and it's still also NCAA. And
They're
NCAA
gonna-
14 was good. Like 11, 12, 13, 14, or
13,
anything
14.
in general was good. But
Yeah. it
Wait,
was
so
good.
hold on. Madden does use the Frostbite engine, don't it?
unfortunately,
Well,
Never mind, they
I
don't
think
use the
I think
Frostbite.
one thing that you
They're
have
gonna use the
to.
Frostbite.
I think one thing that we're not thinking about, and then we can move on, is like a lot of people, well, younger, like our generation, I heard more people talking about pro football versus college. That's just me. That's not me saying that one is better over the other. That's not me saying that at all. But I think the attention span in the audience loved NFL more back then than NCAA, which is why you found more people playing that than NCAA. That's why I would say that. But I don't know. That could be because of the sales, or it could be because whatever the case is. But I think it was just more people on Madden.
Michael, you had Michael Vick. Arguably, he was voted the funnest player. Everybody wanted to use Michael Vick, even if you wasn't a Falcons fan.
That's what I'm saying.
Even a lot of Saints fans said they would pick the Falcons just because they had Vick. That's how popular on the game he was. Even past 2010, he was
one
that
more
popular.
thing. One more thing, so we keep going.
Yeah.
After both the games come out, because they roughly come out around the same time soon, we're gonna check the sales on both because I really want to know if it ends up this new game
sure.
after 10 years. I want to see if it can stack up with Madden this year. I really want to see it. I really do. Because come next year, like I said, Madden's gonna kill them. That's how it
But
works.
no, that goes back to what you said though, Terrence. Like this year, it's gonna outsell. It might outsell Madden just because we ain't have it in 10 years.
Yeah.
So
I think
based on the
if
game,
what you
I-
said is
next-
is true, my bad. Go ahead.
and I was saying we should do that next year
Nah,
based
you
on
can
the
check.
gameplay of
By the
this year.
time December come around, we can check the numbers. No, not even December, but because if instead will come out July, they say July. If Madden come out
We can
July
check-
too,
we can
check
check in
the numbers by
August.
September.
We can check in
No,
August.
I'm,
Really.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying we can't check. I'm saying those numbers won't mean them
Nah,
because we
September probably
already
better.
know everybody and their mama is waiting on this game. So
I
it
think
might sell
if
that
what
much.
you said is true that they never outsold them, I think this year they will because it's been too long.
Yeah, I would give them this year. That's it.
Yeah,
Come next year, it's back to normal.
Yeah, I think so too.
Depends
And I'm
on
telling you,
gameplay.
and
It
I'm
depends on gameplay.
no, I'm telling
Then
you, bro.
also you gotta
A lot
remember
more
they
people
also
were playing that or Madden. Even then, there were a lot more people playing Madden
and
and
then you
watching
gotta
pro
realize
football versus
EA is trying
college.
to. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
What
I
you
was
say?
just saying a lot more people back then was watching pro football and playing Madden versus watching college ball. That's just what it was. So you see
That's
the people
true.
that you want to be your favorite player, they're professional league. They
Nah,
gonna
but this
play
year,
Madden.
I feel like EA might do something because they're trying to bring in. They trying to. You know how to you in the old NCAA, you could after you was a senior, you could take your dude to Madden. They're making that an important mod, like an important mode where you can still do that.
I mean, either way
So,
it go, EA catching a W. They still finna make money.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean, of
mean,
course.
when is EA not catch a W? I'm just playing. Let's keep going.
Season 2 of that. The real Negro Leagues Baseball Museum curator, Bob Kendrick, returns as the narrator this year. Something I didn't know about him was apparently that they don't script anything he says in these games. He just shows up and talks, and that's it. That's how it works, which is pretty impressive because there's a lot of information and it's presented compellingly. But that's not why you play a baseball game. You play it because it's a good game. And, you know, last year's was, this year's probably also will be. It's
No,
continuing
it
where last
really
year's
wasn't,
left
though.
off, and I'm excited to see where it takes
I'm gonna
the
be honest
series.
with you.
MLB
nothing
I'm not a fan of
changes.
is
Like,
landing on the
itself.
PlayStations, the Xbox.
Say who?
I said I'm not a fan of baseball itself, so that's why it's not really like a
nah.
game like I'm
My
waiting on.
first sport was baseball, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to ask, but I think it was baseball. So baseball has a special place in my heart, and this game is just
Boring.
yeah.
Boring.
Yeah.
It looks
Xboxes
boring.
and PC on March 29th. And
See,
number
I
4
like that.
is Open Roads, a sort of interesting title.
Never heard
It's being
of this.
regarded as an interactive movie.
It look-
I've seen
Oh,
that
just like
said
the-
in multiple different places.
Yeah, okay.
It's a mystery
I don't
thriller
like them
and a
games
road
either.
trip movie. And of
Mystery
course, it's
thriller.
interactive. It's brought to us by Annapurna Interactive, which has brought us some pretty good titles in the past. Stray is a standout. Another, the Heart Machine Hyper Light Drifter follow-up, Solar Ash. Outer Wilds as well. I mean, this is a Fulbright game.
I'm not
in
mad at
everything
this.
but
I'm
name.
not.
Which mean, between Gone Home and Tacoma,
look
I like
like
the.
the
have,
trash.
I mean,
I was about to say, I
depending
like
on
the
your
style of the
taste,
game.
2 great games, 2 very different
That's-
games.
Like, I like
one
the
bad
look of
game,
it.
1 good game. I personally prefer
I
Tacoma. I don't really
okay,
love.
Is this
Gone Home
is this
a whole
single player
lot.
only?
It's kind of not
the
enough
background
going
and the
on in it for
characters
me.
don't
But
match. I don't like that.
I think that's what stands out for me. It's unique. Like, it's completely different. It's like they're wiggly lines, but everything else is normal.
Yeah, no, like I would actually genuinely I love, well, first of all, one of my favorite movie genres is murder mystery type of drama. So I would not mind playing a type of game like this. And I agree with Terrence as well. I think that it makes it more unique. I could also see why you're saying that, Tim, because it's not kind of a little bit out of the ordinary. But
Like you literally go from cartoon to first person, back to cartoon.
But they keep me interested because if it was just strictly one, then I'd be bored. Like, I don't really want to see first person gameplay.
yeah, that might be a mixed feeling perspective. I don't know.
Well, in my opinion, I feel like you don't have to be a first person game to get boring like that. I feel they should just take a break on a lot of first person games.
So do y'all prefer first person or third person games?
Third
Which one?
person.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too. So
What's the point of buying all these cosmetics and can't see yourself?
well, yeah,
Almost
in that
really
sense,
just
yeah. No, go ahead. I was just saying, in that
phenomenal
sense, it's crazy.
adventure game with a
Let's
really
just run through
rich
this right
story.
quick.
I fully expect Open Roads to be interesting.
I like the way it
although
looks.
it is
I
kind
like
of
the way it looks,
lazy
too.
for me, if I'm completely honest. The words interactive movie scare the hell out of me.
Giving me Walking
If I'm
Dead
completely
vibes.
honest, I hope that it shows that that's a format
Maybe that
that
game
can work.
ruined it.
We'll see. Open Roads is landing on the PlayStations, the Xboxes, Nintendo Switch, and PC March 28th.
Please be on Game Pass.
And number 3 is South Park Snow Day. I don't know what the hell this is. I mean, I
I'm
know
getting
what
this.
it is. It's a co-op action game of some kind. But I'm not going to lie. Although it
Oh
looks
no,
cool,
I'm
the
sorry, I
gameplay
can't do
looks
it.
snappy,
I'm
but
getting
we
it.
have been
I
given
can't do it, I'm
precious
sorry.
little information about this game. But, I mean, it's South Park. It's a game that has come out post Stick
I ain't gonna lie, this
which
look cool as
means
hell.
There's a certain level
I'm
of
getting it.
quality control
Pause
involving
it real
Matt
quick-
Stone and
real
Trey
quick,
Parker
Terrence, pause it.
themselves. And just to be frank,
The last one, right? Before this one,
There's
liked
one
it,
more
even though
before
it
it.
was a little racist. I liked it. The difficulty only got harder the darker skin you was.
Oh, that I seen. Oh, I literally seen
That's
those
all.
clips. I thought that was just a creator made that. That was
No,
a
that's
real game,
real. That's real. That's why I'm getting that shit.
bruh. No, that's
I'm getting it.
crazy. I never
I
knew that
ain't
was a real
playing it.
game.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's racist. Don't get me wrong, it's racist, but for some reason I'm okay with it. I'm not mad. Maybe because it's different.
It's funny in this video game.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's funny.
That's what if that was a movie, then it would be like, whoa.
If
Well,
that was
depending on who's in the movie too. It just depends. Just depends.
That's enough for me to want to play this game without knowing a hell of a lot about
if
it.
y'all
other
play
than
it, I'll
it
play
looks
it.
like a pretty fun co-op
I'm
action
getting it.
game. The fact that they haven't said really a lot about it does concern me a little, though. It does make me wonder, well, why aren't you saying a lot about it? That being said,
Oh my
I mean,
god, look at them
we'll see.
graphics.
It's not exactly an expensive game. This one's clocking in at
Beautiful,
$30.
beautiful.
But I gotta say, I really do like how they have made the characters.
He said
3D.
30?
They look
I have no
like
idea.
South Park. They don't look like South Park drawn onto 3D stuff. And similarly, you can tell they're 3D. They're very intentionally made to look 3D, but it doesn't
okay.
look like a departure. And I really like that. Games before Stick of Truth always really struggled with what they looked like. On the Nintendo 64, the South Park game looked like total ass. The couple of attempts in between looked like Shockwave Flash and not really like South Park, because South Park doesn't really look like Shockwave Flash. But this is a really interesting take on the style, and it looks correct, you know? Anyway, South Park Snow Day is coming out on PS5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC March 26th.
All right,
And
bet.
number 2 is Rise
That's
of
two,
the
that's two
mode.
games I would check out for
Ninja's
real.
foray into something that looks kind of like Ghost of Tsushima a little bit, but also takes
Oh, I
it a
saw
lot
this game.
further.
Oh,
I like
Terrence,
these
we all saw
games
this
that are
game on that
showing
stream.
off
Remember,
this
we said
sort
we
of
liked this game a
end
lot.
of the Wild West
Yeah, I'm
getting
era,
this.
but Japan
I remember this
equivalent,
game.
late 19th century Edo Japan, the final years of the Edo period. I mean, this game looks very heavily situated in history. There's a lot of Boshin War stuff, which has to do with rejecting Western influence or letting it in. And you can see
That should
that
be the
in the
whole rule.
architecture, which is all really cool. It's just a unique looking game. It's stuff you don't see in video games that much. It's one that I've been fairly excited about, honestly. Probably the one of these games that I've been looking forward to the most. It's coming exclusively to PlayStation 5 on March 22nd.
Surprise.
And finally, at number 1, it's Dragon's Dogma 2, the long-awaited sequel to Dragon's Dogma, the cult classic, which over time just gained more
I
and
know
more
nothing
of
about
a
this.
fervent, dedicated
I heard that
fan
game's
base,
fun.
because there's just nothing else really like it. It's kind of like Monster Hunter, but kind of not. You got all these weird non-playable characters called pawns that have to do with your party. They're AI controlled, etc. This game looks like a much bigger, much better, hopefully much less buggy version of that idea. It's set in a big old open world, 4 times bigger than the original game, and includes a lot of ideas that they wanted to do in the first, but that they couldn't because of technological limitations. That, to me, that's more than enough to get me excited. Like, my foot was already in the door. I didn't need it there. You don't need to convince me to play Dragon Dogma 2, but I'm excited. It's a Resident Evil Engine title, so you know it's going to look good too. Like, everything we've seen of it looks really, really nice. And it's coming to PlayStation, Xbox Series, and PC March 22nd. Outpost Infinity Siege is calling itself an FPS.
Oh, we seen Outpost 2. We saw Outpost 2 on the stream. We saw Outpost 2.
Well, we already seen
I wanted to talk about the last game real quick. That game looked like the Dogma. That game actually looked like a game I've actually been waiting for.
I was just about to ask y'all, which out of all the games that show, which one was your favorite?
It's between South Park and Dogma. I ain't gonna lie to you. South Park and Dogma.
I was gonna go that route. I was gonna say the open road. It's either open road, Peach. I already got WWE, so I can't go that route. But it was either Peach, which one is the open road, or the South Park one. I ain't gonna lie. It's one of them 3.
Which one is the open road?
That's the one with the grab the one Terrence that he like with the graphics.
The murder thriller thing.
Yeah.
It's either that one or what was the they said it's like the Ghost of Tsushima. What was that one?
Oh, that
I
I know what you're talking about.
Or that one. Yeah.
Hey, we should all get to South Park. It looked like it'll be fun.
No, I'll get it, bro. Yeah, I think he said it was 30.
Oh yes, that's easy money. I'll take that.
I
$30?
think that's what he said. I think that's what he
It's
said. I don't
$30.
know. I think that's what he said. He said it was an inexpensive game. So
That's how much games should cost in general. But
to be honest, yeah, you would get a lot more people buying
I
games.
swear,
I ain't gonna
But-
cap to you. The gameplay of Dogma, I'll pay $60 for that.
No, I was gonna say Dogma is a close tie for second, maybe third place, depending on how I feel. So
I would most
that's like the
definitely
top 3 games I'm looking forward to looking at too.
because
Yeah.
the gameplay actually looks like it's not stiff. Like you only got certain moves. It looked like you could do a various of any type of moves depending on how you build your
Yeah.
character.
At first, I was gonna say it reminded me of Elden Ring, but then I was like, that's not really a good comparison because Elden Ring gives you more of like a medieval kind of
It's
type
not
of
even
vibe,
that.
a little
Elden
bit.
Ring is stiff. Elden Ring
Well,
is stiff.
I mean, I never played it. I've only watched streams. I never played like actually experienced the gameplay, so I don't know.
Oh, wait, no. So looking at Elden Ring, it looks like Dogma.
No, I said at first when I was looking at, I never heard of Dog. Remember, I said I know nothing about this
Yeah.
franchise. So when I first looked at it, I was like, it gave me kind of Elden Ring. But then once I started seeing it, I was like, nah, the fighting is not really the same because Elden Ring do give you more of a stiff kind of vibe. Now I get what you're kind of saying. It kind of comes off like that. But I've also heard that Elden Ring is one of the hardest games ever.
It is.
That's
The
what I've
only
heard.
thing I don't like about it is why is it in first person?
It's not in first person.
From
Elden Ring's
what
not in
I
first
saw,
person.
it was.
No, Elden Ring's not in first person. It's
Choice.
in third.
Maybe it's a choice then.
Maybe
Nah,
it
y'all
is first. If it's in first person, then you just want it to be harder because
right. Ain't no way.
no. All the clips I've seen has been in third person. You can see your person, you can see the potions, the weapons, the armor. You can see all that.
so we missed the game. It's just a bonus one, but it's Taxi Simulator. I'm most definitely gonna play that because I like simulator games for some reason. I'm a weird individual.
No,
who
simulator
likes
games are fun.
Simulator games. So
As long as
I'm
I can
gonna
kick
get
them
that.
out.
But
that'd be
okay,
nice, yeah.
Terrence, let me ask you this: how don't you get bored on simulating games? Because it's only like a set amount of things you can do. Because
True.
it's a
Well,
simulator.
True.
I mean, I get that point. That's true. I agree with that to a certain degree. It just, I guess, depends on which simulator you get. Like, police
Yeah.
simulator is different. You can arrest people all day. Like, it's different in the interaction, different criminals and all type of stuff like that. The one I just said with a taxi, I can understand you get bored of that because you legit just picking people up.
And to be honest, I know a few episodes back, I was talking about Roller Coaster Tycoon. I have not touched that game since. It's just after you get so much money, you've built so many coasters. It's like one thing that I did point out in that video, y'all can also go check that out, is that remember the PC versions, the desktop versions of Roller Coaster Tycoon? Made by Atari, still made by Atari, same developers, but you could be simulating as actual people on the coasters.
Yep.
This one doesn't do that, and that was one of the main reasons why I was like, I would love to see their point of view. That was one of my favorite things. Even when you built a pool, you could click on a person and you could see how they swim. Like it was little things like that that made me like the game at first, but this deluxe edition did not do that. So that was one of the things that already let me down. But it's like after you get so much money, bro, you can't simulate on nobody. You can't look at the coast. All you do is build them. It's like,
hold on. Do you think
it
that's
ain't much
because,
you can do?
Do you think that's because you're going from a computer to a console?
I think it's limitations.
It's just a limitations issue because if I was able to like see a first person point of view, I probably would still be playing it. I won't lie.
But that's another thing I want to ask Tim when he asked the question. He said, "What's fun about them and keep them? Like, what makes you want to keep playing them? In other words, it really depends on different game. Like Don said, Roller Coaster Tycoon is limitations to that, so it's only so much you can do on console.
If it had more limitations to have first person point of view perspective, but this one didn't. So that's why I was like already taking steps back. Now, if I was able to look at people going into the park, getting on the roller coaster, I would probably still be playing that game. Not as much as I did when I started it, because I had like 2 parks that had millions on already, and I think I just got bored with it. So,
see, but that's what I was gonna say because my favorite simulator is City Skylines. Flip, I can't remember the name. City Skylines. My God.
No, City Skylines is right.
Yeah, that's my favorite simulator type of game because it's consistent. You building cities, you're building stuff. You're just making you're making stuff. In other words, you're building. You can follow little characters around, drive cars. You can be a civilian in your own city while you're still building. In other words,
but games like that. But I agree to games like that. Games like that, like where you build stuff, isn't that you can't be bored with that because you're constantly trying to upgrade and improve. But simulator games like Flight Simulator, Taxi,
Nah,
Lawn,
flight simulator is different, and I could say, and Terrence probably would say the same thing because it's actually realistic. It's not a simulator game where you can just be like, "Oh, let me do this." Like when you want to fly to California, you
You
better
can legit
fly.
fly to California, bro. If you
Like
in
it's gonna
Georgia,
take
you can
long.
legit fly. It's
Yeah.
gonna be legit by 4 hours to fly there. Like
Yeah,
real.
it's like real time 4 hours. So it's like, and Flight Simulator is probably one of the most prettiest simulator games I've ever seen in my life.
That's another thing. Simulator games
So
look good, and it's just relaxing. If you like relaxing games, the simulator games are for you.
like
yeah,
that.
Flight
I
Simulator
mean,
is good.
it has to be a certain type of like simulator game for me. Then I guess.
But I get that too because like simulator games, like we've been discussing this whole time, most of them have certain similarities with limitations because it is simulator. But if it's something that you really really like or really interested in, you're gonna think about it differently because you really like it. Like City Skylines, like Roller Coaster Tycoon. I would have liked it even if I still liked it, even though it had limitations. I was hoping that it didn't, but I still liked it. Now, longevity because of the limitations is why I still don't play it, but it's still a good game. I mean, it has some bugs. Once you start building like a whole bunch of stuff at restaurants, it starts lagging when you start building stuff. But that's an easy fix. That's an easy bug fix to me. But I mean,
I'm
I don't
still
know.
gonna get
I
it.
guess it depends on simulators. Like I agree with you too, Tim. I see.
I'm still gonna get Roller Coaster Tycoon. I ain't got it yet, but I'm still gonna get it because I mean, you obviously your opinion count. Everybody's opinion count. That's why you go to Reddit and stuff like that. But you still want to experience it for yourself. So
Yeah, experience it.
Oh no,
Experience
I
it.
completely agree. One game I feel like I would definitely play is Police Simulator. If they made it multiplayer, I would definitely be a cop with y'all. Like
No, so correct me if I'm wrong. There's not a lot of multiplayer simulator games.
mm-mm.
I don't know if that's multiplayer or not. I ain't checked it, but
No,
it
but I'm
probably
saying in
is.
general, I don't feel like there's a lot of multiplayer simulator games,
Nah,
which
most
is what
of
I
by
think they should
yourself.
do more of. I think they'll get more audience doing that. I don't know how hard that would be, but I think they would do that. I should do
I
that.
don't think it would be hard. Like okay, like the
Well,
Police
with
Simulator.
simulator, you don't have to worry about live. You don't have to worry about like extra servers. So I can see how that's easier to do. It's only going to be on that person specific console or hardware, whatever they have. But I don't know. Maybe it is a lot of things to wrap around. I don't know.
Yeah, we've been kind of just talking at this point, but it's gaming episode. We like to talk about games. We love games over here. But we are gonna come to the end of this episode because I'm in here dying. I'm getting a little hot, and my fan is off because I didn't want to mess up our audio. So I'm in here dying. It's getting hot. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Follow all of us on IG. Follow my wrestling channel clearly right here. But I'm still TBB Go Face. You want to follow my personal channel? I don't post nothing on there. So
TikTok.
yeah, TikTok. Follow my wrestling geek TikTok. Again, follow this TikTok because I don't post nothing on my personal TikTok. And if it's not my sports teams, I don't post it honestly. So just follow this for if you want actual entertainment.
Yep. Our
And
Instagram is Know It All Podcast YT. TikTok, like you said, follow his TikTok. These are me and Tim's socials. I have a YouTube page as well. It's under development. I'm also working on a site for my beats and my music. So I'll have some updates for y'all for later for that. But yeah, episode 30, a big one, gaming.
Don't
And yeah,
forget
let's keep
to
doing it.
subscribe.
Yeah, man. And don't forget to comment what was your favorite, because we might actually make that a live experience too, like the Dynasty versus Road to Glory. We probably
Oh no,
should really do
I'll
that.
definitely comment on that because we're
Yeah.
gonna take your votes into consideration.
stay hydrated because it's hot.
For
If
sure.
you're living in the South already, it's already hot down here.
Oh,
If y'all ain't
and
noticed.
on our next
I think
gaming
70,
video, we will
what,
announce
75 here? I don't know.
on our next game on our next podcast when we're talking about games, we're going to announce the winner of Dynasty Mode versus Road to Glory as well.
Oh well, yeah. Also about that, we are serious. We're gonna go around as people which mode they prefer. Honestly, because I think it'd be better doing it first. That'd be a cool video for y'all too. So we're gonna actually do that. Next time we all get together soon. So we're gonna put it off for y'all. But we'll love y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching. Rock with us the whole time, and we'll see y'all in episode 31.